Welcome back to our channel, friends. This is Sonia here, and today we are going to do mixed media bit with very basic supplies. Now here are the old CDs which I have. I have a huge collection of these, so I am just going to draw some of the basic shapes and then I'm going to cut these with my scissors. Now I just thought, why not to create a layout where I just use very basic supplies which is there at our home. So CD is something which we all must be having at our place, and I don't think we use it, so I just thought, why not to use it in some other way. Now cutting this was a little tricky. I have seen people cutting this like a butter, but for me it was a little difficult. But once I got my hands on it, it was super awesome and super easy. Now if you want to create any particular shape or design, it's better you first draw it and then do it. Like I tried drawing with the sketch pen, it was not working out, so I had to take up a permanent pen, and then with that I did my sketching work. Now I am going to cut a good number of pieces. Like first I'm going to have my moon and stars, and then I will be doing some of the random pieces, and this is just to make sure that I have varieties of pieces when I'm doing my layout.
À deux doigts de nos lèvres, de doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter. De son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. J'ai presque pu le goûter. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Impossible à effacer. Passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, de doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter. De son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, de doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter. De son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer.
This is one of the mixed media pages which I had made long back, so here I am sharing the video link down below where I have shared that how to make varieties of mixed media bases. Now in this one I am first going to assemble all of my CD pieces. This is what I had thought, but having all these pieces in my layout is not possible, so I'm going to select few of the pieces, and of course this bigger moon piece is something which I really want to have. Now I want to make something in a night theme, so I just thought that moons and stars are going to go really well. Now with the help of a heat gun, I'm going to stick everything on my page. I just want to add some texture to it, so I am going to have good dimensions with my CD pieces. Just be a little careful when you are using with this, because ends are definitely sharp, so just be careful, friends. Don't hurt yourself. Now randomly I am just sticking all these pieces here and there, but of course at the back of my mind I have some of the proportion that how much and where I want to stick my moon and the other rest of the pieces. Now wherever required to add the extra dimensions, I'm using my heat gun so that I don't have to use too much of CD pieces in one piece of art. And of course with the glue gun, it really helps in adding so much of dimension to your projects.
Impossible à effacer. à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter.
So this is how it looks after my sticking work, and this looks fab. Now it's time to prep up my base, and for that I'm using my gesso. So as you have seen that in my previous base, it was nothing, it was just some of the texture work was done. Now then I have sticked my CD pieces on that, and now I am using my black color gesso. I'm going to make sure that I cover the complete area. Like I said, I want to go for a night theme. So of course having a black color is going to really pop out my few of the shades whatever I want to use in this layout. Instead of gesso, if you don't have gesso, you can also try out with acrylic paints, but gesso is gesso. There is a huge difference in gesso and acrylic paints. So I would highly recommend you to go for gesso. But like I said, if you don't have gesso, you can also do this basic step with your black color acrylic paint or your chalk paint also. Now I just wanted to make sure that I apply my gesso really well. So I'm going to have good 2 coats of gesso, and wherever I feel that on the nicks and corners I couldn't use my flat brush, I'm going to use a round brush and make sure that I have covered my complete area really well. Now with my DIY decoupage glue, I am going to add some texture to it. So first I will make sure that I apply generous amount of decoupage glue on my complete project. Now in the market there are many of the other very expensive mediums available. I'm not saying that they are not worth it. They are absolutely worth it. But if you are a beginner and if you want to start with very basic supplies and see that how this form of artwork works out for you, then this is it. You can even use a decoupage glue. Now I've applied my decoupage glue, and here I have the white fine stones, and I'm going to cover my complete base with that. Now you must be thinking why I did my white stone texture work at the end, like after the gesso work. Now the reason is that I wanted to have a night theme, but I am going to have some nice blue shades on it. So I just felt that adding the white color and then having the blue color is going to really highlight it. So this is how it looks, and now I'm going to just clean up this mess, and once everything has been settled and dried out, it's my favorite part to play around with the colors. Now here I have taken 2 shades of blue, and I am going to cover my complete layout with this. Of course I'm going to blend in both the blue shades of this one. The blue color, if you want, you can even try for your purple shades or the magenta shades, and they are going to look absolutely beautiful. On the back of the mind, I wanted to play around with the blue color, so here I am experimenting all with my blue color shades. You can always add water to your paint so that it becomes a little more liquidy, and spreading them becomes much more easier.
À deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Impossible à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossible à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossible à effacer. Impossible à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Impossible à effacer. Impossible à effacer.
Now here I am going to have my white color acrylic paint, and I'll add good amount of water to it so that it becomes really liquidy, and then I'm going to splash some of my white dots on my layout. This is one of a very fun technique to add a little more drama to your mixed media projects.
Impossible à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, des souvenirs impossible à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins.
Once my white dots have dried out, then it's time to add some shimmer paint to it. You can even use any of the metallic paints, or you can even use your glitters with this. Now I'm adding some of the splash of these colors and just highlighting some of the areas of my moon and my stars. And trust me, on camera I'm not sure that how it is visible, but off camera it looks absolutely gorgeous. Of course, at the end I have shared the pictures of this project. Do check that so that you can know that how exactly my colors have worked so well in this one. Now it's time to add my sentiment, and here it's written fall in love, and it's actually such a beautiful piece of art that you will fall in love when you see this. I am already in love with this piece of art. Now here I am done with my sentiment work, but I just need to highlight a little more of my moon and my stars, and for that I am going to use my colors. Now I am using a white color acrylic paint which is already there, and I'm just adding water to it and highlighting my moons and stars, just giving a very thin border to it, nothing else. A little work of color really highlights your projects. You don't have to overdo anything. You don't have to use too much of supplies for any of your projects. Now ideally, if you see friends, in this one I have just used the old CDs, I have used a gesso, and I am using colors and some texture stones, and this has worked out perfectly. Instead of the stones, you can always use any of the alternates, any of the stuff which is there at your home. Any granule stones will also work really fine here. So this is how my project looks after drying. I am absolutely in love with this, and I really hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, friend, and yes, I have listed on all the supplies down in the description box. Do check that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.